All right, guys, buckle up because tonight I'm not here to sugarcoat a damn thing. The world didn't almost change this week. It already did. And if you're paying attention, if you're not hypnotized by Netflix and TikTok dances, you can feel it in your bones, man. This is how it really starts. The spark that lights the fire, the fracture that shatters the alliance, the test that pokes the beast, and it's all unraveling at once. And most people are not ready. This is not BS. This is happening. Today was a very crazy day. Let's start with the bombshell, literally. Israel carried out the first ever strike on Qatari soil, Doha, the capital. 15 jets, 10 bombs smashing a gated residential compound. They weren't hitting random targets. They were going after Hamas leadership. 6 people dead. One of them, a Qatari security officer. Another, the son of a Hamas negotiator. Okay. Here's the kicker. Those guys were in the middle of negotiations. They were supposed to be talking ceasefire, prisoner swaps, humanitarian relief. Donald Trump himself had been involved pushing a deal, lining up Qatar as the mediator. And in one night, Israel turned that table into rubble. Literally. Now, you can call it targeted. You can call it precision. I'll call it what it is, killing diplomacy with the JDAM. And the fallout, it's nuclear in the political sense. Qatar screaming violation of sovereignty. The UN calling it a flagrant breach. Saudi Arabia is promising to use all capabilities to defend Qatar. Jordan, they're saying your security is our security. Every Arab neighbor is furious. Even the Pope condemned it. Now, it's really heating up, man. And the thing is that the U.S. this is supposed to be our closest ally to the U.S., right? Did Israel loop us in? Yeah. 2-minute warning. Imagine that. You're supposed to be partners, and you find out about the strike the same way your nosy neighbor finds out you're having a party with the bass rattling the windows. Trump said he felt very badly about it. Unfortunately, he called it. He even rebuked Netanyahu publicly, which is rare. But the damage is done, man, and the trust is gone. And personally, I think I got a reason why he even rebuked him. I'm going to tell you in a second. A little side note, though, is that if you recall, Qatar gifted Trump a $400 million Boeing to serve as Air Force One. Now, the reason why I think Trump is maybe publicly rebuking him, upset because Trump Towers were in works in Dubai and Doha. We can call it like it is. I've heard a few people call it, and you got to be careful because you're going to piss off the base. He went over there making friends with him, and then the next thing you know, Trump Towers are getting put over there. Maybe using some presidential leverage. Right? Is that dust now? You think Qatar is going to keep playing nice after getting bombed into humiliation? Not a chance, man. I think those deals are toast. You know? This isn't just an airstrike, man. This is a crack in the foundation. And when you should never trust our greatest ally. But when allies stop trusting each other, man, wars don't get prevented. They get unleashed. Now, some other things are occurring today, happened the other day, and it's currently happening right now. Right as soon as I turned the video on, I was checking to make sure. While the Middle East is catching fire, man, let's swing up north because Russia just pulled a move that could spark World War III for real. And it would have in any other decade. Russian drones cross into Polish airspace. Yeah. A NATO country, Poland. They weren't skimming the line. They were deep enough to trigger alarms. NATO scrambled jets. You see this aircraft imagery here, right? Poland's air defense went max alert. Warsaw shut down airspace. That's not a drill. That's red sirens blaring in the night. And just 10 minutes ago, I checked it, and they had more. Okay. Think about that. This is Article 5 of NATO, the Mutual Defense Clause, says that any attack on one is an attack on all. And here we've got Russian drones flying through Poland skies. Okay. Now, could it be all a false flag? Could be. Could very well be. They've shot down some drones, okay? Now, they went up to Moldova and so on as well. But all it takes is one crash, one to detonate, one to clip the wrong target, and NATO is obligated to respond. That's the spark, that's the trigger. And we got my congressman calling for war. These neocons, Russia's attacking NATO ally Poland with Iranian Shahed drones less than a week after President Trump hosted President Naraki at the White House. This is an act of war, and we are grateful that NATO allies are swift in response. He says, I urge President Trump to respond with mandatory sanctions that will bankrupt the Russian war machine and arm Ukraine with weapons capable of striking in Russia. Now, if you recall, I've talked about this quite a bit. Russia has already stated that if weapons are supplied that goes inside of Russia, they will have to defend. So it is what it is, right? So it's not isolated, though. A few weeks ago, Russian drones already slipped into Poland. One even crashed in the field. Poland treated it like an incident. Well, how many incidents do you have until it's an invasion? How many tests before you realize you're not being probed or being prepped, or maybe you're being false flagged? It's a good question. NATO's deploying Dutch and Norwegian F-35s to Poland for quick reaction alerts. These aren't symbolic flights. These are war fighters sitting on the tarmac, helmets on, waiting for the call to scramble and engage Russian drones in the sky. And that's where we're at. The line between war and peace isn't a line anymore. It is a blur. And Russia's pushing harder every day to see just how far that blur can stretch before it snaps. Putin has been very vocal and very strong stance. I know he came and met with Trump in Alaska, and he did the political thing, but the man's not bending whatsoever. There's supposed to be some negotiations with Zelensky and Putin. Putin said, come to Russia. Zelensky said, go to Ukraine. Dude, I would go. Just show how big the balls were and just show up there. I would. But anyway, I don't foresee anything going on, any negotiations, man. I think the world's burning, dude. I think the world is burning. And while all that's going down, let's not forget, what does Congress focus on? They're doing a little bit of distraction with the UAPs. I listened to a little bit of the live today, man, and I might do a video about it tomorrow or something. But basically what they said was that they showed a video of something cutting a Hellfire missile in half. Wild. But anyway, the Epstein files. Maybe this is the distraction, the UAP distraction. Maybe World War III is the distraction from the Epstein files. Man, I would not put it past them. Still blocked. Listen, it ain't a joke. Every House Rules Republican present votes to block the Files Transparency Act. Still sealed, still hidden from you and I. They'll mobilize the entire government to protect the largest child trafficking ring with names of known Chesters, politicians who were flying out to Chester Island, but they can't mobilize to prevent a world war. Maybe they want one. But that should tell you everything. Their priorities are not you and I. Their priorities aren't peace. Their priorities are keeping dirty little secrets or big secrets buried while your kids sit in the shadow of freaking mushroom clouds. And if you think anyone in D.C. is coming to save you, wake up now. They're too busy worried about saving themselves or their donors or their friends. It's just like, man, I got so much flack the other day. It's funny. It's funny, dude. The video I did last week. And then Mike Johnson says, oh, yeah, Trump was an FBI informant. Bullshit. Who believes that? He had to call that statement back this week. He said, yeah, I was wrong. He was just mad because he was stealing his workers, his employees. He said he really wasn't technically an informant. Matter of fact, though, where I come from, snitches get stitches. We don't like no informants, right? I'm kidding. Anyway, anybody who can inform on the freaking Epstein and the people behind Epstein, probably the same people that bombed Qatar, right? Now, I just want to talk about the human collapse, though. The human collapse, along with all of this other stuff, the human collapse. Talked about this last night, the night before. The haunting piece, man. They released more footage of Irina Zarutska, the Ukrainian refugee that was stabbed in the throat on that train by DeMarcus Brown. And what do we see? Let's see. Let's see. What do we see? Now, I posted this on Instagram as well earlier today. And if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you follow me there. If you have an account, I'm not asking you to make an account. But dude, this video haunted me so bad today, man. This really seriously hurt my heart, man. As a father of girls, man, this one really got to me. Yeah, I mean, the thing got to me the other day, but this really bothered me. You know, no courage, man, no compassion even. We see a train full of people getting up and walking away, man, letting her bleed out. She looks, you know, to the people, her adrenaline's probably skyrocketing. No one moves, man, to help her. They move to get away, man. All these people right here should be put in jail. All of them, in my opinion. Put them all in jail. Not even to give her aid, man. Not even give her aid. Yeah, and I helped. But when the media has been stroking this racial division narrative, the other problem is I haven't seen any black leaders come out in this. Every time a violent criminals tries to attack police or something, gets shot down, every white leader comes out with their woke agendas. I haven't seen any black leaders come out, man. And that should tell you everything you need to know. You know, like when Dylan Roof went in the church in Charleston and shot the folks in a black church, man, I was like, he's a scumbag. I don't care about the race, man. People that do horrible things to innocent people, it should be called out. And but that should tell you everything you need to know about the state of the country and the state of the mindset of the people, right? Finally, one man came from the front of the train too late, and he took off his shirt to try to stop the bleeding, man. Really heartbreaking. It's not just a crime, man. That's a mirror. That's a humanity in 2025, man. Cowards looking away while evil does work, or because of whatever racial tribe, whatever skin color I have, I sign off on it because it's not my tribe, right? I think Caroline Levitt did an amazing job today. I'm going to play her. She went scorched earth on these people. Check it out.
That has not received nearly enough media attention: the brutal murder of Irina Zarutska. Here are the facts that many outlets have shamefully and intentionally failed to report until President Trump drew attention to it. On August 22nd, Irina Zarutska was stabbed to death on the rail system in Charlotte, North Carolina, by a savage career criminal. This is a public transportation system that many in the area use every single day to go to school and work. Irina was on the train that night traveling home from her job at a pizzeria, still in uniform from her shift. This beautiful, innocent 23-year-old young woman was a Ukrainian refugee who had recently fled her country for a chance at a safer life and a promising new beginning here in the United States of America. But tragically, A public transportation system in a major American city was more dangerous than the active war zone that she left. The president and the entire White House are praying for her family and friends during this unimaginably difficult time. But while we extend our thoughts and prayers, we must also seek justice for this crime and call attention to this heinous incident. Surveillance video of the killing was finally released to the public this past Friday. It shows the alleged killer, DeCarlos Brown Jr., pull out a knife, get up from his seat behind Irina, and prepare to thrust a blade into her neck before the released footage gets cut. This is pure evil on full display. The most enraging and unacceptable part of this story is that her death was entirely preventable. DeCarlos Brown never should have been on that train that night. In fact, he should have been behind bars. DeCarlos Brown has been charged with crimes no fewer than 14 times, dating back to 2011, including for armed robbery, felony larceny, breaking and entering, and shoplifting. Brown had previously served 5 years in prison for a robbery with a deadly weapon charge, and he had also forfeited bonds 3 different times, twice in 2014 and once in 2023. Despite all of this past documented criminal history, when Brown was arrested yet again in January of this past year, a Democrat judge, who I will add was a strong supporter of former Vice President Kamala Harris, released this insane criminal once again without requiring him to pay any bail. He simply had to sign a written promise to return for his court hearing. Think about how crazy it is to ask a career criminal, someone who by definition repeatedly breaks the law, to just sign a written promise and come back again another day. This is madness. This monster should have been locked up, and Irina should still be alive. But Democrat politicians, liberal judges, and weak prosecutors would rather virtue signal than lock up criminals and protect their communities. And perhaps most shamefully of all, the majority of the media, many outlets in this room, decided that her murder was not worth reporting on originally because it does not fit a preferred narrative. Many of the journalists in this room spilled plenty of ink trying to smear Daniel Penny for defending a subway car from a deranged lunatic in New York City, but none of those same reporters lift a finger to write stories about an actual murder.
Beautiful. I think she did a good job. You know, and it's the same damn thing on the world stage, man. We have a woman bleeding out on the floor here. We got Qatar, we got Poland. It's always the innocent people stuck in the crossfire and everyone else walking away pretending it isn't happening, waiting for someone else to step in. That's how civilizations die. It's just not about bombs, but it's about cowardice. You know, the truth is, what does this mean for you? It means to stop living like you're safe. You're not. You're already in a war. Every day you step outside your door, you're a target. And here's what you need to do, okay? Never turn your back to anyone, no strangers at all. Keep your back against a surface. Situational awareness isn't optional. It's survival. Get your head out of your phone. Don't be scrolling TikTok in public. It's like painting a bullseye on your back. Be in shape. Weak bodies break first. A strong body is a weapon. A weak one is baggage. Stronger people are harder to kill. Carry protection always. I don't care if it's a firearm, a blade, a flashlight. I sell a lot of them if you want, man. The contingency I made for specifically stuff like that. It has the ring so you can get it out and engage. It has a dual triggers here. So in the reverse position, you can get after it. Our flashlight I designed, I don't sell it. It's sold on Amazon. You can get all the link in the description below. But it has this meat tenderizer here. You flash that bad guy and smash him in the face. We sell these things. We got a street pick, a fixed blade. So if you need a blade, we tourniquet, carry a tourniquet. We got those too. You can get them anywhere. Get anything, but carry it, train with it, and be ready to use it. Most importantly, right? I sell plenty of this stuff, man. This is my lifestyle. I've been doing this forever. And I designed this stuff not to make money, but to get it in people's hands. Stay frosty, man. That's why I say this: stay frosty, stay strapped, stay dangerous. This is not a cool buzz phrase to say it in the video. It's just what I really mean, and it's what I really live. Stay frosty means stay alert, stay aware, and unafraid. Live dangerous, because predators don't go after wolves. They go after sheep. So look like a wolf. Be a wolf. Monsters are out there. They're in your subway cars, man. They're in your government. They're circling the skies, and nobody is coming to save you. So take what's yours, protect it, sharpen your edge, harden your will, because being hard to kill isn't a lifestyle slogan, man. I say it all the time. It's not a lifestyle. It's the only thing keeping you alive in a world like this. And if you have loved ones, you need to explain this stuff to them. They're going to think you're crazy, right? But you have to get them to live this lifestyle, right? This is how it really starts, man. Not with mushroom clouds, not with tanks rolling down the street. It starts with betrayal, with hesitation, with looking away when someone else needs you. You're already in a war every day. The question is, are you going to walk away like everyone else? Or are you going to be the one who's ready when it comes? You know, the quote, a coward dies 1,000 deaths. A warrior dies but once. Keep that in your mind, man. I'm Black Scout Survival, and I'll catch you in another one. Stay frosty, stay strapped, stay dangerous. Take care.
2, 3. 4, 2.